Hi, welcome to CHI Borders YouTube channel. My name is Ko Fujimoto. Today's topic is PFIC. Title is Attention, your foreign mutual funds can lead to serious IRS issues. Let's assume you have a foreign mutual fund. It could be multiple foreign mutual funds. And because of that, those funds you are required to report to the IRS the funds and pay additional taxes. So reporting and additional taxes. You're not the only one who do not know this rule. There are quite a few who don't know what the heck is this PFIC. So let's get to the subject, today's subject now. So what is the problem? Most foreign mutual funds are likely to qualify as PFIC for the US tax purposes. And passive investment foreign company is a true name of PFIC. So PFIC is an abbreviation of passive investment foreign company. This PFIC has a penalizing tax rate, highest tax rate. Interest is charged to deferred portion, and unbelievable amounts of reporting required for each fund. Okay, not one investment account, because you can have multiple funds in your account. So who should worry? U.S. citizens owns foreign mutual funds, foreigners who inherited or received gifts of foreign mutual funds, U.S. resident with visas with foreign mutual fund. Uh, those people should really worry. By the way, we are international tax advisory firm based in Chicago, focused on individual international taxation, regardless of the nationality. But we focus on U.S. international tax. If you happen to be interested in this field, or your friend are interested in this field and live in Chicago or eager to relocate to Chicago, please have them or you contact me. Okay, let's get back to the subject. Form 8621, there are 4 pages altogether. The most ominous page is page 3, and that requires tremendous amount of calculation. Page 3, 15, and 16. Very difficult to answer. So let's talk about case now. A came to the US in 2020 and obtained the green card in 2024. He's a long-term He's going to be a long-term resident. He's a current U.S. permanent resident. A owned foreign mutual fund based on ETF domiciled in Ireland and Luxembourg. This should really, and I should really take out this A. A owned foreign mutual fund, multiple mutual funds. And A reported FBAR and Form 8938 of these funds. A never reported these funds as a PFIC. A has not filed Form 8621. A does not know how much tax he owes to the IRS. That's pretty bad. His past tax returns are not correct. So what is really a PFIC? The rule started or enacted in 1986, quite a old rule. Most foreign mutual funds qualify. So you should check so-called ISIN. ISIN is a code of the mutual fund, and it begins with a foreign country code. So if you look at that ISIN code, you'll be able to tell if it is a domestic mutual fund versus foreign mutual fund, and should be reviewed by a U.S. tax professional. Under the PFIC rule, excess distributions and gains may be subject to a special tax and interest regime designed to eliminate the tax deferral are available through certain foreign investment companies. Well, it's very difficult to understand, I know, but in summary, highest tax rate and the deferred portion charged by the interest, penalizing interest and penalizing tax rates. So Form H621 is required for each PFIC, not just one account basis reporting. It's of each PFIC. Therefore, it gets a lot worse, subject to certain exceptions, very minor exceptions, narrow exception. And you need complete records because it requires you to keep track of block of shares with the same holding period. I think IRS uses a term per share basis. You don't have to know the exact rule, but again, it's tedious, long, complicated calculation. So the solution would be obtain transaction records since the beginning, complete transaction. Have a professional firm review and analyze. They will use a complex configuration model to analyze. You cannot calculate manually. The transaction records are like a date, volume, price. Is it a type of the transaction? The price of the transaction, and then year-end value of such fund, as well as foreign tax paid. Those are generally the complete transactions. For every single transaction since the beginning, you need them. Even if you became a U.S. resident of, let's say, 2023, but you purchased that foreign mutual fund in year 2000, you need a record from 2000. And if you have an issue, you can probably utilize streamlined procedure to fix past problems. I am not going to discuss very detailed calculation process, but first it has to be determined if it's a PFIC, and then you look at the last 3 years of distribution and make an adjustment, and then that amount divided by 3 and multiplied by 125%, and deduct this amount from the current year dividend distribution, and then that you would have a current year excess distribution, and allocate excess distribution for each block of the shares, and then tax highest applicable ordinary income tax rate for each allocated year, precisely, and then plus an interest charged on the deferred tax liability. So it's a complicated process. So as a closing note, I would say, do you own a PFC? Please book a complimentary meeting and see our description of our video or scan the QR code to book a meeting. Thank you very much for your attention and have a great day. Take care.